We love our pets. They're our best friends as we navigate life's ups and downs with a wag or a purr just when we need it. The Royal Veterinary College is there for our pets, home to Europe's largest small animal referrals hospital, with over 200 specialists providing expert care 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The bond between a pet and their person is worth fighting for, and that's the belief that inspired the RVC Memory Tree, a beautiful handmade sculpture standing in the heart of the RVC Small Animal Referrals Hospital, adorned with gold, silver and copper leaves, each one engraved with the name of a beloved pet, and each one funding the extraordinary work happening there every day. For just £10 a month, you can dedicate a leaf in the name of your pet, celebrating your pet's life, whilst also helping to fund life-saving treatment and care for animals in need. Visit rvcact.com/memory tree to dedicate a leaf today and let your pet's memory live on.
Hello, and welcome to It's a Fandom Thing. I'm your host, Erin Marlowe, and each week I'm joined by a panel of guests to discuss all things fandom and pop culture, primarily from a female perspective. You'll find everything from fanfic to cosplay to Schitt's Creek to Supernatural and everything in between. So put on your favorite piece of fandom merch, set aside that fanfic that you're writing about your OTP, and sit back and enjoy this week's episode. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Pop Culture and Fandom News. I'm your host, Erin Marlowe, and on Friday's episode, and it's quite a change from what we covered last week, but we are going to be talking about the movie Independence Day. This is the most patriotic episode. I kind of cringe saying that we have ever done, and actually the week after that is going to be continuing that when we're talking about Top Gun. So it's like really weird that we're doing like two back-to-back, like, yay, go America stuff that's totally not us. But...
And don't miss the live coverage of the 250th anniversary of the U.S.
Oh my God, not happening. But anyway, but we are going to be talking about Independence Day, and Independence Day is, of course, turning 30 years old, everybody.
That's not possible.
Oh, that was the reason I kind of selected it and I've never seen it. So keep that in mind, that it is not my fault if I do not champion this movie like a lot of people do, or if I do champion it. I don't know. You'll find out Friday. I'm not going to tell anyone. The only thing that both of my panelists know, if they saw in Discord, is when I saw the movie was 2.5 hours long, I cried. And I posted that in Discord when I watched it last night. But that's the only thing my panelists know, because I wasn't about to give away how I feel about it. Everybody will learn on Friday. But joining me for that episode in this week's Pop Culture and Fandom News is, first up, from OK Real Quick, Carla. Hello, Carla.
Hello, Erin. So happy to be back after my long absence.
That's true. You haven't been on in quite a while. When was the last one you were on?
I don't even know, but it's been like, I say a long time, like a long time for me. Okay, it's been like 3-4 weeks. For me, that's a long time. I'm on like 40 to 50% of the episodes.
And then also joining me, and I think it's been a while for her too.
Yeah.
I was trying to think the last one for you is Kim. Hello, Kim.
Hi, everybody. I think the last one might have been Home Alone. Like I was looking through like old notes, so like I haven't been here in a minute. I'm only here for holidays, apparently.
You're like, yay, 4th of July. Yes, finally one for 4th of July. Wow. Yeah. So oh my gosh. So this is your first 2026 episode.
That's crazy. But
I know.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Because your former co-host, Bex, from Big Reputations Pod is now retired, but you can still go listen to it, everybody.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. But I know Bex has been on here a couple of times this year. Wow. And then when is the next time you're on? You're on, aren't you on? Are you on for Practical? No.
I am.
You
on
are on
for
Practical Magic. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I thought one of you was on that for that one. Yeah, that's a packed panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told her she should do it because she hated it. We covered it on our podcast, and I was like, you can come in as like the outlier who hates it, and we can all yell at you about it. She declined.
I feel like Bex was here one time talking about that, and I yelled at her or something. Not yelled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yelling would have been appropriate. It would have been appropriate. Her feelings for that movie are inappropriate. She's wrong. Her biggest thing is, why are there midnight margaritas?
Oh,
and I'm
yes,
like,
that's what
because
it was.
midnight and margarita. Like, why would there not be?
That's what it was. She was like, this makes no sense. This is so like, who cares?
Who cares? It's a margarita at midnight. There's dancing.
Yeah.
I think we might have to have a separate episode of just me and Bex going off about practical magic.
I thought you liked practical magic, Carla.
Listen, I like some parts of it because there are a lot of hot people in it. And I like sisterhood. But mostly I tolerate its existence because, again, hot people.
Holy moly. How did I not know this? I swear I thought you liked it.
Maybe I used to like it, and now like I've had to watch it so many times that I suddenly don't. But something in me is now like, oh, that movie. I think it might just have been like the fact that they got a sequel for no good reason. I think that might be just what it comes down to.
Nostalgia. It makes money. That's why they got that sequel.
Yeah.
Because you're right. We don't need it, but I'm going to see it. Like, I'm planning
Exactly.
opening day. I'm going to see it.
Exactly.
I hope I don't hate it.
So just so everybody knows, now everybody's mad at me. So let's move on to this week.
Wow, I'm learning things about Carla, so I hesitate to ask this question. So yeah, we're going to get on with our pop culture and fandom news episode. So Carla, what is one thing you want to talk about in fandom or pop culture?
Well, I haven't gotten through the entire thing because, life, but I did get through the first, I think, 5 episodes of The Bear's new and final season. And as, I'm holding on through the first few episodes. I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, I'm just having a good time. Like, it's, it's The Bear, so it's stressful, but I'm having a good time. And the more it goes on, it's like, oh, hey, I only have a couple episodes left. Oh no, oh no, oh no, I might cry. So I am just very much in my feelings about The Bear ending. And I won't say anything else because I know a lot of people haven't necessarily had the opportunity to catch up on all the media that they wanted to catch up in the last few weeks. But I'm very happy that it's here, but also very not happy that it's here because that means that it's ending.
Yeah, I did actually start it because I kind of had to because I was like, I don't know when I'm going to be able to sit down and watch this because all this other stuff that I have to do. And then I kept getting notifications from Reddit is really where this was. And then also on my TikTok and everywhere I would go because I love the show so much, I'd be getting stuff that was hinted at or even when they'd say spoiler in the title, it was still the title of the thread kind of gave it away.
Oh.
And so I was like, I've got to just watch it because if I don't, I'm going to get spoiled and I don't want to get spoiled. And luckily, most of the episodes aren't long. And so I have started it. So I can say that. And I can also tell everybody that we are going to do a special Patreon only episode talking about it in August. So become a Patreon member before then or supporter before then, and you can get access to that. We'll also be doing a Vampire Lestat one. I haven't started that. That is mind-blowing to me. I just haven't gotten a chance to. So, but I did start The Bear because I kind of have to. Otherwise, I'm just going to get spoiled on the whole thing. But I'm sad it's ending because I understand why it's ending, but I'm sad it's ending because I only just discovered the show last year. Yeah. So it feels like it's only been on for a year for me. So it makes me a little bit sad, but I'm happy to see them back. Yeah. So Kim.
So my pop culture thing is also a show that's ending. It's the show From. I only started watching it very recently. Well, good or bad.
Oh my God, I never hear anybody else watch this show.
So I have a rule that I call the Firefly rule, which means there has to be at least 2 seasons of a show, and it has to be or if it's one season, it has to be full stop one season. I've been burned by Firefly. I can't start watching something unless it's been on for a while.
That's so real.
So I was patiently waiting, and I'm about to start season 4 because it's the finale is next or this weekend, I think. And the lead, I meant to look up how to pronounce his last name. Harold Furnell? He was on Lost.
Yeah, I like studied how to pronounce his name for a long time because if you don't know Kim, I interviewed a lot of the cast. I didn't get a chance to interview him. But yeah, a few years ago, I interviewed the cast. That's how I got turned on to the show.
I'm going to go find it. I love the cast.
Yeah, I mean, I loved talking to them. I talked to a big portion of that cast. Like our biggest, like a couple of them follow our podcast.
Mm-hmm. If you're listening, guys, I really like your work. I really like your work. This show is so good. And it kind of, so like when Harold was on Lost, there were a lot of things with his character that he like addressed that he didn't like the direction that the show was going in for his character. And he was very dismissed by like the writers and the creators. And this show kind of feels like a rebirth or like a second chance for him to like deep dive into sci-fi and have some input and be really genuine. And I love him in the show. I love everyone in the show. It doesn't feel like it's lost the plot yet, like Lost, like no pun intended. But you know, by season 3, it was like, what are we doing? What if, like that doesn't make sense? And like we haven't gotten there yet. I just got to the finale of season 3, and more things have happened. I'm like, oh, I'm deeper in. I'm more intrigued. And I think it's because they're limiting it to only 4 seasons, so you don't really lose the plot. But I can't believe I made it this far without spoilers. But I am so into the show, and I'm like very excited to finish it. So it's probably going to be me all next week just watching season 4. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic show. And I am amazed that they kept getting renewed because it's such a hidden gem. And it's scary. There's parts that are genuinely
so
scary. And the performances are all fantastic. And just to let you know, and everybody out there know who I interviewed from this cast, I did interview Catalina Moreno, who plays Tabitha. I interviewed Elizabeth Saunders, who plays Donna. Scott McCord, who plays Victor, who is just the sweetest man. Our most popular TikTok is a clip of that interview. Ricky He, who plays Kenny. He's amazing. Wow. Chloe Van Landshut, who plays Christy. Cordion Moore, who plays Ellis. Just so many people. I'll stop because it sounds like I'm like bragging, but
you should be.
But it was exciting. Avery Conrad, Hannah Jeremy, all these people from the cast. So you can go. Nathan D. Simmons, who is a sweetheart. All the people were really, really nice. I'm not seeing his name on this list, and now I can't remember, but who played Smiley, the actor who played Smiley, from the first couple of seasons, the really scary.
Oh, yeah, the scariest person. Yes.
Yeah, sweetheart. But yeah, so I was very, very honored to be able to interview a lot of the cast on that show. And that's how I discovered it. So, because I got that opportunity from MGM Plus. And so just everybody out there, if you're looking for something that's scary, but is very well written and with amazing characters and great storylines, check it out. It's so good. It's so good. Yes, I'm so glad because I never hear anybody else ever talk about it.
Me either. And I was like, is this show not good? I'm not hearing people. And then I started watching and I was like, people are sleeping on this because it is so good. I feel like maybe in a couple of years it'll be a thing that more people find, and then we won't stop hearing about it. We can be like, oh, From? Yeah, I know about From. Like, I'll tell you about From.
I mean, I know a lot of people out there are loving Widow's Bay, which they should because that show is fantastic. From is a lot darker and a lot darker. But I think there is something kind of similar in a way about it that as far as like the way the characters are, how different all the characters are, and the wide variety of people that you might be able to, if there might be some crossover there, especially if you're a horror fan. And also just a shout out that I love that they use the Pixies version of Que Sera Sera for the opening.
That is creepy and cool.
Yes. Yay.
It is haunting. It's such a good choice. Like so many good choices were made for the show.
I agree. Carla, put that on your list.
It is on my list. And also on my list would be if you interview them again, like as the show is wrapping up. That would be pretty cool, I think. Just throwing that out there for anybody who wants to line that up.
It was awesome to be able to interview a lot of them, yeah. Okay, well, for me, and I'm recommending this movie because even though this movie, I feel, could have been a little bit longer, it's just under 90 minutes. And that's the new horror movie that is kind of getting lost in the sea of wonderful horror that we're getting this summer, very successful horror, and that's the movie Leviticus. Leviticus is an Australian horror film, and it was written and directed by Adrian Chirella, and he wrote this as a way of dealing with his own experiences with, as far as I believe, like with conversion therapy and also with religion and everything like that. And the premise of this is 2 teenage boys must escape a violent entity that takes the form of the person they desire most, each other. And it's been compared to It Follows. I know some of you out there might know this. I do not like It Follows. I absolutely hate It Follows. I know everybody loves it. I find it to be the most boring movie. And I can sort of get the comparison, but I think this is a lot better than that for me personally. It's definitely a movie talking about the harms and the dangers of religion, when religious abuse, when it comes to homophobia and bigotry, and, you know, trying to like basically like having your people who are gay turn against each other and try to kill each other is basically how it works, because these entities are violent and try and kill the other person. And so it's not, I know it's not a very happy premise, but there's other underlying messages here. And I am sad that it kind of got lost in the shuffle of everything else out there. And even though for me it didn't quite completely work, I really wanted it to. And I think it's because it kind of felt like they weren't sure how to wrap things up, and then they just kind of ended it. And I was like, no, I think there should have been more here. But the two lead actors are so amazing. Stacey Clausen, who plays Ryan, and Joe Bird, who plays Name. Yes, his name is Name, are really, really fantastic. So if you're looking for a different kind of horror movie, please try and see this in the theaters, because it deserves to be making the same amount of money that Obsession and Backrooms are, frankly. Even though it didn't quite work for me, I still think it deserves that, because I want to hear more from this writer and director, and we need more movies like this too, I think. So if you can still see it in the theater, go see it in the theater. If it's already left there, please stream it when it becomes available. So once again, that is Leviticus. And I'm not sure if either of you have seen this movie.
I haven't. I've been wanting to watch it.
No. I have seen it advertised like on TikTok, like if you liked It Follows, but I watched It Follows once and I don't remember if I liked it or not, but I think I won't watch it again based on what you just said.
Well, me and my podcast brain twin Jen from my streaming bubble are like 2 people in a sea of hundreds and thousands of horror fans that like worship at the altar of It Follows. So we're like a rarity. Okay. Most people love It Follows. I think it is so boring. And I'm so like, we don't need a sequel. And the sequel that's being made is called It Still Follows.
Yeah, that's really stupid. I saw that. That's why I was like, maybe I should watch it again, because I don't remember my impression of the movie. And I think it was before I had Letterboxd, so I didn't write a review. So I don't remember if I really liked it or not. But then I saw the sequel and I was like, that's a dumb title. I don't know.
Yeah, but people are so flippin' excited for it.
They are.
Because people love that movie. And I think my other big issue with it is because I don't like the term elevated horror. And It Follows is definitely categorized as that. And I think it wants to be categorized like that. Like it kind of feels like we are better than other horror movies because we are doing more artsy things in this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, it's pretty easy to see what the message is supposed to be there. Although, you know, go listen to Twin It to Win It, where Jen and I talk about that movie. If you love that movie, you probably don't want to listen to that episode because we really hate that movie. So we go off on a lot of things about that movie. Okay, well, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we are going to watch the trailer for The Last House, a new Netflix movie. So we'll be right back.
Sometimes us men don't think much about what we wear, particularly in the summer months. You find something that's not too hot, put it on and repeat until it falls apart. This episode is sponsored by Quince, and they are changing the game for men this summer. Quince makes high-quality essentials in genuinely good materials. like breathable European linen and soft organic cotton, priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. They do that by working directly with ethical factories and cutting out all the middlemen. You're paying for what it actually is, not what it's been marketed as. Their European linen pants and shirts are the kind of thing you pick up as one item and end up wearing 3 times a week, starting from just $34. The tees are soft and actually fit well, and the lightweight cotton sweaters are genuinely useful when summer evenings turn on you without warning, as they tend to. And they've gone well beyond clothing. Custom upholstered sofas, ceramic cookware, premium bedding. It's become the kind of brand where you end up recommending it for everything, which is either a good sign or a sign you've become a person who recommends brands. Either way, for a man like me, the linen shirt is a game changer. You can wear it an embarrassing number of times this summer, and it never goes out of style or out of comfort. If you've been getting through summers on the same approach I used to use, then Quince is the upgrade for you. Elevate your summer wardrobe. Go to quince.com/wizardio for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's quince.com/wizardio for free shipping and 365-day returns. quince.com/wizardio.
Okay, so it's that time. Check your show notes, click pause on us, and hit play on the trailer. And I thought, since this is kind of an apocalyptic kind of trailer, even though Independence Day is not quite apocalyptic, but I felt like it kind of fit because there were so many trailers I was trying to choose between. So this is the one I landed on. And I don't know if either Kim or Carla have already watched it, but yay, I love it. So anyway, so click pause on us, and then when you click play, you will be hearing our thoughts on the trailer for The Last House. Okay, so we just watched the trailer for The Last House, which stars Wagner Moura and Greta Lee. So, Carla, what are your thoughts? Are you going to be tuning into Netflix on August 7th?
Yeah, because I mean, regardless, I love Greta Lee, so I would end up having to watch it. I think I might be contractually obligated to watch things that Greta Lee is in. I don't know when I signed that, but I just feel like my soul did somewhere. And as I'm watching the trailer, all I'm thinking is like, oh my God, scurvy. Where are they going to get any citrus? But that's not really important. I'm sure they'll figure something out. So they seem to have made it a lot of days without getting scurvy so far. So good for them. Good job. However, they manage that. I don't know where they're getting protein either because, unless they happen to have like a ton of soy to plant and harvest, then whatever. Let's not worry about logistics. Who cares about that? I'm sure that the movie will explain to us how they managed to survive on nothing but plants that they planted in right under the floorboards, what contractor is responsible for that, where you just leave your floorboards and there's dirt? Like, how did that get zoned, approved, etc.? I don't know. Whatever. Again, who cares about the logistics? Let me just focus. It looks like something watchable. So there we go. It's watchable.
Yeah. And
Greta Lee's in it. And scurvy is not addressed, apparently. And that's going to be okay. And I will watch it and I'll have a very, very good time, I'm sure.
So Kim?
You also had me at Greta Lee. I love her. So I will be tuning in. But I was also thinking, man, how long would I last in my house? Not long.
Yeah.
I live in an apartment. I can't dig down to get dirt.
That's a good
I got
point.
Sunlight. I could grow I'm growing onions, like those long spring onions. I could grow that for a while, but it'd be bleak in here in like 2 weeks. So I don't know. But the world building looks very cool. I really hope it doesn't just like fall out at the end there. But just based on the title, I thought it was going to be like a Last House on the Left remake. And I was like very worried. So I'm glad that everyone's locked in their homes and hopefully there's no rape. But when Carla mentioned the protein, I was like, I wonder how long the dog is in the movie, which is a very dark thought.
That's a good point, though, Kim. Like, that's a good point.
It's a cute dog, but like, I mean, at some point,
protein's kind of important for humans. I mean,
It
you know.
is. And she kind of looks pregnant later on in that movie. So
Oh,
Maybe
no.
that's what they eat.
No.
I'm sorry. She's growing food.
Well, the breast milk will help everyone.
Well, there you
know?
go.
There you go.
There is that.
There you go. But I'm sad. I'm going to watch this. The stakes are really low. It's Netflix. So I just hope it's good.
You're so right.
The stakes are. Yes, and I am going to echo the Greta Lee, but I also just want to say Ragnar Mora is in it too, and he's fantastic, and he was just nominated for an Oscar. So,
Like, no
Yeah, I know him
disrespect,
from.
and not to take from Kiki, but like, I'm sorry to this man. I don't know who this is.
Let's say I don't know what I know him from. Greta Lee is Greta Lee.
Yeah.
oh yeah, but he's good too. I'm just saying, and he's very attractive, I think. But anyway, guess I'll.
They
be
should
alone
both
with
have
that.
Oscars, and they don't.
There you
They
go.
should both have Oscars. I saw Greta Lee doing an interview like a week before the Oscars, like somewhere in Manhattan. And I yelled out, "You're going to win an Oscar." And she said, "Thank you." And then she didn't win it. And I feel bad about that. I know it's not my fault. And I know she knows it's not my fault. But like, she should have won and she didn't.
I understand this is not on the same level, but I understand that, Kim, because whenever I'm watching like Jeopardy, usually the person I am rooting for to win doesn't win. And I'm like, I cursed this person. I should not have been rooting for them.
It's my fault.
I don't know if I've ever told you this. I mean, specifically Erin, because I talk to you like all the time. But in general, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but in high school, a friend of mine was on the softball team and she was very good. She got a scholarship to college from playing softball and everything. So, and to be a supportive friend, like I would go to games. And one point she's like, "Hey, listen, you can't come to my games anymore." And I was like, "Okay, how come?" She's like, "Every time you come, we lose." And I was like, "Okay, fair. That's fair." And then I did notice that every time I would watch, you know, like my favorite sports team, they would lose. And I was like, huh. And it's not like necessarily scientifically provable that this is my fault. And yet, one must wonder whether it's coincidence or causality.
It's me. I'm the problem. I'm sorry to even sing that song, but what we're talking about. Yeah. I'm always like, I need to not root for them. I need to root for because the person I usually avoid rooting for the most is like the very buttoned up white man. I'm usually like, hey, that's not the person I'm rooting for. But maybe I need to start doing that and it'll reverse everything.
I think that's exactly how that needs to happen. That's how it's going to play out.
Yeah. Although I do love Ken. I think Ken Jennings is really funny and he's a good person. So, okay, well, we're going to take another quick break. And when we come back, we're back on talking about AI. It's just like at least once a month we talk about AI. And we are going to talk about a movie that got dropped by Amazon Studios and a bunch of other studios don't want to pick it up. And that's Luca Guadagnino's upcoming movie that hopefully will get released called Artificial. So we'll be back to talk about that in just a second. Okay, so more lovely, wonderful AI news. And this really troubles me because of what it could signal for the future. So there was a movie that Amazon was going to be distributing called Artificial, and it was done by director Luca Guadagnino, who is probably best known for Call Me By Your Name, but he also did Challengers and also a movie that I will champion forever, Bones and All, The Cannibal Love Story. I love that movie so much. And the one thing I'm not in favor of is he is the one that's looking to do the American Psycho reboot, but we're going to put that aside for now. But Artificial is the biopic about OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. And according to people who have seen it or read the script, it's not a flattering depiction. So Amazon suddenly dropped this movie and said, we're not going to release it. We don't feel like we are the right studio for this movie. And of course, Amazon has a lot of dealings with OpenAI and lots of other AI stuff. And then, of course, A24 wouldn't do it, which, of course, A24, there's news that A24 is working with AI. and a bunch of other studios turned this away. Now, there is talk that Neon is interested, but as of this recording, we haven't heard anything about them picking it up. So this, to me, is another troubling sign that Hollywood is just caving in and giving in to AI. So, Carla, what are your thoughts on this?
I am honestly just so sick of the way that corporations operate in this country. Because this goes so far beyond this movie and what is clearly a push to hide malfeasance, alleged malfeasance on the part of allegedly crooked people. But it just, everything is about money. So however much the public may very loudly and clearly say, hey, we're not into this, when these people have invested so much of their money into it, they want to see a return. And if they can't get that organically, they will make it happen somehow. So it doesn't surprise me that this is happening. But it does make me sad for us as consumers because, when does our voice matter? And in the case of this, you guys already did it. So why won't you just let somebody else release it? Why is it being held up? Like, what is it that you're so afraid of? Now, Sam Altman, there was that case, OpenAI against Facebook, and it's like two evil people against each other. And you don't want to root for either of them, but the outcome was kind of good for the public. And yet this is still a horrible person whom I do not wish to see succeed on any level beyond bringing down another horrible person. I'm frustrated and I'm tired of seeing AI pushed from every direction. But the other thing that I am seeing is that a lot of people are also making avenues to avoid AI, which I think is kind of important too. There's actually a subreddit called, what's it called? Poison AI, where they will publish like notices like, oh my gosh, RIP to this person who died, who, with this like weird catastrophic death. And then it'll end up showing up in search results. So, people are pushing back, but why do we keep having to push back when it's something that we do not want? Please stop trying to push this on us. And what is it about this particular movie that you're afraid to let us see?
Yeah, especially when they were wanting, Amazon was going to give it a limited theatrical run because they were wanting to push it for Oscars. So,
yeah. So it's extra
That's
fishy. Like,
crazy.
yeah, like, come on.
Yeah, all of a sudden saying we're not the right studio. We don't think we'd be able to support this film, whatever.
Look at so much crap that they put out that is objectively rancid. But this is a step too far. Like, oh, no. Now we care about quality.
Yeah. Yep. So, Kim.
I really do wonder what that's about because, The Social Network was a really popular movie and people still use Facebook. So whatever's in this film is not going to tank anyone's career or livelihood. I wonder if it would. I don't know. I just feel like Hollywood doesn't really care anymore. Like, it's dropped its creativity, its integrity to cash in. I've seen some of my favorite actors talking about lean into AI, Sandra Bullock being one of them, which kind of like floored me. And I think it's gross, but there is a big part of the movie-going industry or audience that just does not care and will go see whatever ChatGPT melts together into a story and scroll their phones while they're sitting in the theater. But like, they do go to the theater, so you have to cater to them, which is annoying. But the rest of us know how damaging AI is and we'll stay away from it. And like Carla said, there are people making like different ways to try and get away from it. But as long as there's money in it, like, I don't think it's going anywhere. And it's just like really, really sad. I kind of hate how much like my job is like, use AI for this. And it's like, I can write an email. I'm good. Like, I feel like it's just the dumbing down of America. And I like refuse to be on board, but like, I can actively see people around me becoming less smart because of it. And I looked up a character for Independence Day, and at the top of the screen, there was the AI overview that I didn't ask for that gave me wrong information. It said that the Vivica Fox saved the president's dog. And I'm like, that was not the president's dog. I was so mad. I was so mad. I was like, how are you going to waste all this water and tell me lies? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, you should be so accurate if you're going to be so damaging. Like, we're not getting anything from it. Like, me seeing this movie a million times could give you a better synopsis than AI did. And I didn't even ask for it. So it's just very frustrating to see how it's linking itself into everything, like into Hollywood. Like, you're right, they made this movie already. I just saw it has, oh my God, the other Spider-Man, my third favorite Spider-Man, what's his name? Andrew Garfield is in this, and he's got a pretty big cast. I don't understand why they pulled it. I want that story.
Yeah.
I want the documentary on why this isn't coming out.
Well, and Luca Guadagnini isn't necessarily like a quiet filmmaker, so I'm waiting for him to say something. So, like, he's known for taking chances, and I mean, he made The Cannibal Love Story. I love that movie so much. I know, whatever. I cried, okay? One of the few Timothée Chalamet performances I can get behind. He just needs to play cannibals. I wonder, though, because I know we're wondering what happened. I wonder, and this is just a guess. I don't know this, once again. But I wonder if they got threatened, if Amazon was threatened that they needed to not have this happen, which could very possibly happen. We talked last week about the fear of state-run media, which is pretty much already happening. And that could be, part of like OpenAI might have been like, hey, if you let this movie go with you guys, if you put it out, you never know. I
have a wild theory, a wild conspiracy theory. My wild conspiracy theory is that they, like, this was all on purpose, specifically so that they wouldn't release it. Like, it was going to get made somewhere. So this way they have the rights to the story and they can suppress it. Like, and that's, again, wild speculation, absolutely just a theory. But that was my first thought, to be honest. I was like, I wonder if.
Well, because they're still being allowed, though, to shop it around. That's the thing, is they are allowed to release it, though.
But is it
they're still.
Yeah. With the bad press of like Amazon won't even release it, like, and other people are turning it down too. So, I mean, if Neon stands up and does it, but I feel like the banner of Amazon won't release it, like being one of the biggest companies in the world won't release it, then it's like, well, no one should be touching this.
I will say, though, that this is not getting bad, but the studio is getting bad press over this. All the press you find on this is not in favor of what's happening. So everybody's like, unless like this is like actually not a good movie, but everybody pretty much is speculating that this is why it's happening.
Mm.
And I do also want to add that, with the A24, it's such a slap in the face of the person who wrote and directed your most successful movie ever, Backrooms, because Kane Parsons is so vehemently against AI. And I do want to say, I understand what you're saying, Kim. I do know that people will just go ahead and give in to AI. I think there is a huge pushback to it too. And I do think some in the younger generation are the ones that are kind of pushing back against it. Like, statistically, Gen Z goes to the movie theaters more than Gen X and millennials do right now. They're actually searching for physical media. There's big comebacks of like vinyl from those generations. So it's like, even though, I mean, I'm not all like, I know there's also a huge thing of lots of conservatism in that generation as well. But there is sort of this positive side of it of like, I think because they've been fed so much of everything's on your phone and it's so disconnected that they want to be able to touch the media and feel the media. And so, I mean, that's why these movies recently are like of obsession and Backrooms have been so successful, because Gen Z made them successful is really who did that. And that's why other movies that are like IP products and stuff aren't doing as well, because a lot of Gen Z doesn't want to see that. So I do want to say that kind of, because I'm very, very pessimistic by nature, but that that kind of part gives me a little bit of hope that at least the younger generation is trying to say something, that they want original content and they don't want just to be spoon-fed IP content. So that gives me hope. But it's still happening. And like you said, so many people are just giving in because of the money and saying it's inevitable when it's inevitable because you're saying it's inevitable. It's not inevitable. And being like, oh, we don't care if people can't have water anymore, and we don't care about the environment as long as we get to do this. It's just so ridiculous.
No.
Yeah.
I do want to recommend, and I'll put the TikTok because I want to recommend this person anyway. This creator, their name on TikTok is Movie Good or Movie Bad. And this is how I first learned about this. So I heard it other places too, but this was the first video that I saw, a video essay about it. And I think more people need to be watching this creator's content. They do great, great film content. So I'll be putting a link to that TikTok in the show notes as well, just so you can go and follow that creator. Okay, well, that'll do it for this week's episode of Pop Culture and Fandom News. Thank you again to Carla and Kim for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and close out, and you can both say where you can be found. So, Carla, tell everybody about OK real quick.
Thank you. You can find OK Real Quick, my podcast, wherever you found this podcast. You can also find our social media by looking for @OK Real Quick. I'm not really doing a lot on social media, but you're welcome to find our vintage posts and my not so vintage, because they are eventually going to get refreshed. My content on my website, which is carlatemis.com, which is CarlaTemis.com.
Awesome. Thank you. I still do a little shimmy.
I love it. I love it every time. I'm like, I kind of look for it. I'm like, is she doing it? Yeah, she's doing it.
And Kim, Big Reputations Pod. People should still go listen to it. So tell everybody.
Yeah. So we actually are just about to renew our Podbean account. So they'll be on there for another year. And I know we said like retired, but I'm like, we're a long pause. Unless I have another baby, but maybe we'll be back in a couple of years because I miss writing. But if you want to listen to our old episodes about women that we judge too harshly, they're on there wherever you can find podcasts. We're also on Instagram at Big Reputations Pod, and you can find me on Instagram at KimPlaints_NYC.
Awesome. Thank you. And Fergie the dog will always be anti-AI. Yes, forever and ever. Fergie the dog is so happy that by the time you're listening to this, Obsession is available finally, I only said finally because I know some people didn't want to go to theater, but is available on digital. So Fergie will be very happy to watch it because primarily for the cat stuff. So if you've seen it, you know.
No, Fergie.
Fergie's messy.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister finally saw it the other day. She went to see it, and I was so jealous because I couldn't go with her. She's like, "You've seen this movie already a couple times." I'm like, "So I don't care."
I want to go. I don't have time, but I would love to go back and see it in theater. I only saw it the once, but man, it was good. I'd watch it on streaming now, so I'm glad that's coming out.
Yeah, I'm hoping it comes like a physical. What I want is a physical copy of it. Oh, by the way, if you don't know, everybody, speaking of physical and horror movies, they're finally releasing the steelbook, the physical, the Blu-ray of Barbarian, which is so flippin' exciting. And it's so funny because Zach Kreger just recently was asked about that. And he's like, I've been pushing, and I don't know when it's ever going to happen. And then all of a sudden, boom. So, yes. So I cannot wait for that. And I have a feeling it'll go really quickly. So
Get out your wallets.
Yes. But anyway, Fergie the dog likes all of that stuff. I don't know if she watched The Cannibal Love Story, but she loves horror movies and Abbott Elementary and true crime. And you can follow her on TikTok at Schroeder and Fergs. That's SCHROEDERANDFERGS. It's long, but it's worth it. To find links to all our past episodes, including those from interviews that I mentioned earlier, there's actually a link on the website for interviews. You can head on over to our website. It's a fandomthingpod.com. And while you're there, consider becoming a Patreon supporter today. For as little as $3 a month, you get ad-free content, episodes a day early, and bonus episodes like those bonuses I mentioned earlier of The Bear, we will be releasing that in August, The Bear Season 5, and The Vampire Lestat. So once again, check the link in the show notes or go to the supporters tab on our website, which once again is itsafandomthingpod.com. And on Friday's episode, woo, yay, America. God, that makes me want to be violently ill when I said that.
Get out your red, white, and blue.
Yeah. So we are going to be celebrating Independence Day with the movie Independence Day that turns 30 years old. Yes, we can all feel old.
Wow.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
There's no way.
So until next time, remember, it's a fandom thing. Black Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, and free Palestine.